Hello dear students, this is the video class for PUC first year commerce. So the subject business study. In the last video class we were discussed about the functions of commerce. So in that topic we have seen lot of functions with regarding the commerce and the term commerce. So further syllabi, that is further topic in the today's class. So commerce includes, there are two types of activities. So under this topic and under this heading, so I'm going to take the video class. So that is the reason I'm standing before the camera along with my camera technician Mr. Viresh. So dear student friends, let us start the topic. Commerce includes two types of activities. Commerce includes two types of activities with regard to the economical activities only. So one is trade, another one is auxiliaries to trade. The first one is trade. Then the second one is auxiliaries to trade. Auxiliaries to trade means so supportive terms for the trade, dear students. Later on we will discuss regarding what exactly auxiliaries to trade. So the two types in commerce, the first one is trade, auxiliaries to trade. Second one is auxiliaries to trade. So dear student friends, you might have heard in the regular life or real life, trade, the transaction between two persons, that is an economic activity. So that is buying and selling of goods with the intention of earning profit. So that is what you call it as a trade. So actually dear student friends, look here, if I give any gift to my friend, that is not a trade, that is not with the intention of profit. So as I said, as we have discussed a lot of the information regarding the business studies, so whenever we are going to say that is the business transaction, so or the trade, there must be the intention of earning profit. So before going to fulfill that activity, that intention, we must have to conduct the activity called the buying and selling of the goods and commodities between two parties. So it refers to buying and selling of goods and services with the objectives of earning profit. So dear student friends, this trade, it is furtherly classified into two categories. So trade classified into two categories. One is internal trade, another one is external trade. One is internal trade, another one is external trade. Dear student friends, what exactly the internal trade? Let us discuss about that, which takes place within a country. So trade takes place within a country, that trade is refers to internal trade. So internal trade is also furtherly classified into two types. One is wholesale trade, another one is retail trade. So this is the further classification of internal trade. One is wholesale trade, another one is retail trade. So my dear student friends, What exactly wholesale trade? It refers to buying and selling goods in large quantities. So here the process of buying and selling in the size of large quantities. A wholesaler buys goods in large quantities from the producers and sell them to the other dealers. Here service as a connecting link between the producer and retailer in the large quantities. So that is somewhat called the wholesale trade. So it is the linkage between producer and the sellers. So dear friends, as I said, it refers to buying and selling of goods in large quantities. So one more, that is retail trade. What exactly retail trade? So which refers to a buying of goods and services in relatively small quantities and selling them to the ultimate users, or you can say the end users, ultimate users or end users or end consumers, you can say. So this is about retail trade. So one is wholesale trade, another one is retail trade. Like this we can classify the internal trade into two parts. So that trade classified into internal as well as external trade. So now we have discussed about internal trade. So under that, wholesale and retail. Wholesale trade, which includes large quantities, buying and selling of goods in large quantities. So whereas the retail trade, which includes very small quantities, buying and selling of very small quantities. So it is transaction between small seller to the ultimate consumers. So this is about the retail trade. So now I am going to discuss regarding external trade, dear students. So this external trade, as you all know, which is not an internal trade, is called external trade. Simply we can say like this. But so it has also it's a special meaning regarding external trade. Trade between two or more countries. So trade between two or more countries, so is called external trade. So external trade can be furtherly classified into three categories. So one is import trade. Import trade. Second one, export trade. Export trade. Then the third one is interport. This one, interport trade. So like this, we can classify the external trade into three categories. So we have discussed about external trade, which is the trade between two or more countries. So outside the country, so whatever we are conducting the trade, that is about external trade. So that external trade, which includes import trade, export trade and interport trade. So what exactly import trade, dear students? Let us discuss. If goods are purchased from another country, is called import trade. So whenever we are buying the goods from other countries, that is called the import trade. Then what exactly the export trade? So export trade, dear students, if goods are sold to other countries, it is called export trade. So whenever we are exporting the goods to other countries, it does mean that whenever we are selling our goods, our produced goods or services to outside the countries, that is overall called it as an export trade. Then the third one is interport. It is the combination of these two. One is import as well as export. So the mixture of these two is called entrepot. So now I would like to discuss regarding entrepot. Entrepot, dear students, where goods are imported from when goods are imported so I will discuss regarding, so where goods are imported for export to other countries. So here we are buying the goods from one country to sell it to other countries. So for example, Indian firms may import some goods from America and export the services to Nepal. So like this, we are conducting this kind of transactions, this kind of trade, that is called entrepot. So like this, dear students, we can classify these three types of external trade. So it does mean that external trade can be classified into three types. One is imported trade. Imported trade is here. In this trade, we are importing the goods from one country. So here we are buying the goods from one country, means outside the country. From outside the country we are importing the goods. So it is export trade. Export trade is in the export trade we are selling our goods to other country, that is called export trade. So entrepot trade, that is for exporting the goods to other country, what we are importing from another country, that is called entrepot. Like this we can classify the external trade into three types. So dear students, the term commerce, in the today's class we were discussed about commerce includes two types of activities. One is trade, another one is auxiliaries to trade. In this class we have discussed about trade, which includes internal as well as external. Internal in Kannada we can say Antarika Vyapara. So idu Videshi Vyapara. Antarika Vyaparadalli wholesale trade means wholesale trade ಒಟ್ಟು ಖರೀದಿ ಒಟ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಅನ್ನಬಹುದು. ಇದು ರಿಟೇಲ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಿರುಕುಳ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ. ಇನ್ನು ವಿದೇಶಿ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ವಿದೇಶಿ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ. ವಿದೇಶಿ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಆಯಾತ. ಸೊ ಆಮದು ಅನ್ನಬಹುದು ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಯಾತ, ಇದು ರಫ್ತು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನಿರ್ಯಾತನು ಅನ್ನಬಹುದು. ಇದು ಪುನರ್ ರಫ್ತು. ಎಂಟ್ರಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಪುನರ್ ರಫ್ತು. Okay, dear students, so like this we have discussed the activities of commerce. Among that, first one is trade. So now I would like to discuss about the auxiliaries to trade. Auxiliaries to trade, these are the supportive tools for the trade, for conducting the trade. So what are the supportive tools to be maintained in an organization? That is about the auxiliaries to trade. So let us discuss about that auxiliaries to trade. Dear friends, all those activities which help in removing various hindrances which arises in connection with the production and distribution of goods, are called auxiliaries to trade. In the term auxiliaries to trade means, please concentrate, all the activities. So all the activities which help in removing various hindrances. In an organization while conducting trade, so we can see a lot of hindrances. So for removing such kind of hindrances, so the auxiliaries are very helpful in the trade. So which arise in connection with the production and distribution of goods. So while producing as well as distributing the goods, we can see a lot of hindrances. To minimize those kind of hindrances, we need to take the help from these auxiliaries to trade. So this is about the commerce and its types of activities. Commerce includes two types of activities. So one is trade and another one is auxiliaries to trade. So with this, so I hope you have understood that today's video class. Furtherly, dear students, so this is overall about the activities of commerce. So thank you for watching this video. See you on next class.